Have you ever set a huge goal, gotten super excited, and then nothing? You're not alone. I remember when I decided I was going to write a novel, a whole novel. I pictured it on a bookshelf, my name on the cover. I bought a fancy new notebook, a special pen, and I sat down, ready to create a masterpiece. I wrote 1 page. Then I stared at the blank page for an hour. The sheer size of the goal, maybe 80,000 words, was like a giant wall I couldn't climb. For weeks, the notebook just sat there, judging me. It felt impossible. I had this amazing dream, but the reality of getting there was just overwhelming. Then, a friend of mine, a marathon runner, told me something that changed everything. He said, "I don't think about running 26.2 miles. That's insane. I just think about running to the next lamppost. The next lamppost? That's it?" It sounded so simple, almost silly, but it stuck with me. What was the next lamppost for my novel? I realized it wasn't a chapter, or even a page. It was a single sentence, just one. So the next day, I didn't try to write a masterpiece. My only goal was to write 1 good sentence. That's it. And I did. The day after, my goal was another sentence. Soon, it became a paragraph. The giant wall of write a novel was gone. Instead, I had this tiny, achievable step. Write 1 sentence. That little shift in perspective turned an impossible dream into a daily habit. This is the secret sauce, the magic trick to achieving anything. It's called breaking it down. Whatever your goal is, starting a business, learning a new language, getting fit, stop looking at the mountaintop. It's too far away, and it's intimidating. Instead, look at the very first step right in front of your feet. Your goal isn't to get fluent in Spanish. Your goal is to learn 5 new words today. Your goal isn't to build $1 million company. It's to draft 1 email to a potential client. See the difference? One is a dream, the other is a to-do list item for right now. By focusing on the lamppost, not the finish line, you build momentum. Each tiny win gives you a little burst of dopamine, that feel-good chemical in your brain. It tells you, hey, you did it. Let's do it again. This creates a positive feedback loop. 1 sentence becomes a paragraph, becomes a page, becomes a chapter. Each small step makes the next one easier. Let's call this the Domino Method. Think of your big goal as the last giant domino in a long line. You can't just push that one over. It's too heavy. But you can flick the very first tiny domino. And that tiny domino will knock over a slightly bigger one, which knocks over an even bigger one, and so on, until that final giant domino, your main goal, topples over effortlessly. The key is identifying that first smallest domino. What is the absolute easiest, most laughably simple action you can take right now toward your goal? Is it putting on your running shoes and standing by the door? Is it opening a new document and just typing a title? Is it Googling how to start a podcast? The smaller, the better. The goal is to make it so easy to start that you can't say no. Let's apply this to a few common goals. Want to save $1,000? Forget the 1,000. Your goal is to save $1 today. Just 1. Put it in a jar. Tomorrow, maybe 2. Or maybe just 1 again. The amount doesn't matter as much as the daily act of doing it. You're building the habit of saving. Want to declutter your entire house? That's a weekend-long nightmare. Instead, your goal for today is to clear off 1 single surface. Maybe it's just your knit stand. That's it. 5 minutes, job done. You get that win, you feel good. And tomorrow, maybe you'll tackle 1 drawer. The momentum builds. The key is to celebrate these tiny wins. Acknowledging your progress, no matter how small, is crucial. You ran to the lamppost? Awesome. You wrote 1 sentence? Fantastic. You saved $1? You're a saver. Give yourself that credit. So back to my novel. That 1 sentence a day rule eventually became a 15 minutes of writing rule. Sometimes I'd write a lot, sometimes only a little, but I showed up every single day. The notebook went from being a symbol of failure to being a companion. And after a little over a year of focusing on just one tiny step at a time, I finished the first draft. All 80,000 words. I didn't conquer a mountain in one go. I just took a single step over and over again. The Domino Method isn't about having more willpower or motivation. It's about strategy. It's about tricking your brain into starting by making the first step so ridiculously easy that you can't do it. So I want you to think about that big, scary goal you have, the one that excites you but also terrifies you. Now, forget it, just for a minute. What is the smallest, tiniest, most microscopic first step you can take? What is your one sentence? What is your next lamppost? Figure that out and do it. Not tomorrow, not next week. Do it today, right after this video. That single tiny action is the start of your chain reaction. It's the first domino. Push it over, and you'll be amazed at how far the momentum will carry you. You have everything you need to start. You just need to start smaller. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.